challenge to wrestling fans out there, Mr. Everything in Professional Wrestling, Tito Santana. Tito, welcome to Wrestling Star Wars.
Thank you very much. It's been a while since I've been here in this town, Salisbury, when Vince McMahon used to come here and we used to have some great wrestling fans. And I believe one thing, I believe that Salisbury can be one of the greatest towns, and I'm glad to see that wrestling's coming back, and I hope that this time it's here to stay because I know they've got the talent to do it here.
Absolutely, Tito. This promotion is striving to be its very best, and I've been a wrestling fan all my life. I remember those days when you were up here probably teaming up with Ivan Putski, defending those WWF tag team titles against the likes of the Samoans and guys like that. So, I mean, I'm no stranger to you. I've been following your career for a long time. Exactly when did you actually start in professional wrestling?
I started wrestling professionally. The Funk brothers, Terry Funk and Dory Funk, got me into professional wrestling in 1979. And I got trained by the same trainer, God bless his soul. He passed away about 3 or 4 months ago, Hiro Matsuda in Tampa, Florida. Hulk Hogan, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and you can just go down the list. I mean, some great wrestlers that came out of Tampa, Florida. And I haven't forgot what that man meant to me. It was sad when I heard that he passed away.
Yep. Hero was a great trainer. Also trained total package Lex Luger, I believe.
Yes,
but on top of all that, numerous titles you've held: 2-time Intercontinental Champion, World Tag Team Champion in the WWF, American Wrestling Federation Heavyweight title. Who were some of your toughest opponents throughout your career, Tito?
Well, as far as single individual matches, I would have to say that Greg the Hammer Valentine was one of the toughest matches that I ever had. I wrestled Randy Savage. I lost the title to Randy Savage. I don't think that he was a better wrestler than me. His lady, Miss Elizabeth, gave him a foreign object and ended up almost knocking me out. But he was tough. I'm not going to take anything away from him. I wrestled Hulk Hogan when we both got started in 1979. I wrestled Mr. Wonderful. I mean, in professional wrestling, anybody can beat anybody in any given day. And it's hard to say who's the toughest. You know, you put Stone Cold Steve Austin and you put The Rock. I mean, they fight 10 times. They're going to split probably 5-5. You know, it's hard to say who's the toughest.
Absolutely. Well, you've seen and done it all, and I know you've been just about everywhere. I mean, I can't think of one territory throughout the United States that Tito Santana had not competed on, whether it be Georgia Championship Wrestling, Southwest, WWF, NWA, AWA, up and down. Any favorite areas that you like to wrestle? Any particular places overseas, perhaps?
Well, I did have some tours in Japan. What's so funny about Japan, I don't think American people know this. In Japan, wrestling is big. It's as big as it is here now, and it's always been that way. But the thing is, in Japan, here in America, the fans never got to see me wrestle as a villain. I always kind of wanted to give it a shot, but I was never allowed to do that. But in Japan, all Americans were villains. Yeah. The Japanese wrestlers, and they are big. I always thought of Japanese wrestlers as being short men. They had some 6'7". They had a 7-foot giant in Japan, as a matter of fact. And they were the good guys, of course, you know, wrestling in their own country. And we had some tough matches there. After wrestling, we got to do the things that Japanese people do. And I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed being in a different country, and they treated us with a lot of respect. And, you know, Japan is probably the #1 country besides America that I enjoyed traveling to.
Absolutely great, and bringing back some nostalgia with names like that. Thinking of guys like Giant Baba, Jumbo Tsuruta. Well, we're not in Japan. We're here in Salisbury Beach, Massachusetts, and you just came off a real tough battle with the current New England heavyweight champion, Bad Boy Brian Day. Dave Vicious kind of stuck his nose in where it didn't belong at the end, and you ended up being disqualified for outside interference. What did you think of the match?
Well, let me tell you what I think about this match. Brian Day is an upcoming wrestler, and the wrestling fans in the near future are going to see stardom from this guy. And I was looking forward and wanted to find out just how good this man is, and he's got everything going for himself. I still enjoy a good challenge. We had a great match going. The only thing that I had to my favor was experience, but he's so powerful that he can overcome experience with all the muscles that he has, all the strength that he has. We were having a great contest. As far as I'm concerned, it was far from over. We were having a great match. The people here deserved to have an entire match.
Yeah, this should have been a conclusive finish to that match is what you're saying.
Exactly. I wanted to find out just how good he was. I got a taste of it. He's a good wrestler, but out of nowhere, when the things were just starting to get, because everybody knows that when Tito Santana wrestles, he can put some time in the ring. I'm probably one of the best conditioned wrestlers, and I still take pride that I still train as hard as I ever did, and the fans can see the difference. I have not changed much because my training is still the same. I just don't go on the road every weekend because my family is very important and I've got some sons that I'm spending some time with. But I enjoy wrestling in small areas because I get to know the fans. And back to the match, getting back, out of nowhere, this, what's his name, Dave Vicious?
Delicious Dave Vicious.
Dave Vicious. Obviously, he didn't want me to capture the belt because he wants to prove to the people here in Salisbury, I think there's a little jealousy going on. He wants the people to think that he is the wrestler in this federation. Well, let me tell you something, Delicious Dave Vicious. When you step into the ring against that young man, Brian Day, you are going to find out one thing about Brian Day. That man is for real. And I hope, and I'm going to try to keep in touch and find out, I hope that when you guys face each other in the ring, Brian Day kicks your ass all over this ring because you deserve that for sticking your nose in our match. And if he doesn't do it, I'd like the promoter to bring me back here and give me a match one-on-one against that Delicious Vicious or whatever his name is. I can't even stand your name. Maybe you could have thought of something different. You have to show me what you're made of. Hopefully you and I will face each other in the ring because you've got some payback coming from Tito Santana. Arriba!
Tito, on behalf of everybody here at Wrestling All-Stars, I want to thank you for joining us here at the Beach Club Pavilion. And the Championship Committee was watching, so who knows? Maybe something will come up down the line. You'll be right back here at the Beach Club Pavilion. This is Rich Palladino reporting for Wrestling Star Wars with Tito.